Hello and welcome back to the When You're Podcast, the podcast for when you're doing anything. Today we're talking about when you're Black Friday shopping. So Thanksgiving is over. It has come and it has gone. You are full from all of your turkey and any other food you may have eaten. Now, it's the next day. It's Black Friday shopping. Deals. They're coming red hot. They're coming straight at you, all right? They're throwing everything your way. But what I kind of want to talk about is is it really all that? Is it really, does it really all matter all that much? Some people will say yes, because it's a perfect opportunity for shopping. It's a perfect time to get Christmas gifts, early gifts, because they get that extra day, you know what I mean? Not that they couldn't make the time or they can't order it, but it's more of this is it's a really good deal, in their opinion. So anyways, I just kind of wondered, first things first, how bad does it get? I know when I was growing up, Black Friday shopping, I used to, I didn't really, have social media like I do now, or have my phone or the internet. It wasn't the same as it is now as when I was a kid. So when I was a kid, when I would see Black Friday shopping, I would just be like, oh wow, they cut the prices in half. It's 50% off a TV and blenders and, all kinds of electronic stuff and video games and video game consoles. It was all the rage, because they were coming out with a new one every so often, they were still developing, you know what I mean? So it started off with they had the Nintendo Wii, and then they had the Nintendo DS, and then they had the Nintendo 3DS, and then they kept on upgrading, and then there was the PlayStation 4, and now it's the PlayStation 5, and it'll be PlayStation 6, and the Xbox 360, then it's the Xbox One, and then it keeps on upgrading, so they entice you to get in there, and now it's more so phones, and because they come out with a new one every single year, so they come out with an Apple commercial, they come out with a Samsung commercial, they come out with all the smartphones, and they're just you have to get this for the holidays. It's 50% off now, or this or that. So they entice you in, but how bad does the in-store shopping get? Because some of these things you can kind of purchase online, and some of the other stuff you don't really need to worry about all that much. You don't really need to. It's not all that important, but I think it still gets bad. So the number one thing is fighting. You see people fighting over a box, or you see people fighting over a TV, or you maybe see people fighting over whatever they have on sale at that particular time and that particular moment. Maybe it's clothes. Maybe there's a really nice thing that you really like, and you're just I want that, and then somebody else wants it too, and it's just a fight for it, right? Now I know that as a kid, it used to be a big deal. These fights were a big deal. But now with social media and the internet and people fighting all the time, you can go on social media and you can find people fighting about anything. You can find people just beating each other up for no reason. So, dude, you could see, literal, politicians and senators about to get at it. You know what I mean? So it's just it's crazy. It's crazy how crazy it is now. But back in the day, when you turn on the news, when I was a kid, and you turn on the news and it's breaking story. They're fighting in a Walmart or a Target. In some, let's just say in Texas, right? They just start fighting in there. And then as they fight, right, it's kind of this big deal of be wary of holiday shoppers and all this other stuff. Now it's kind of just expected. Now it's kind of, I don't know. I feel now it's a little bit more died down, or we're kind of a lot more used to it. So if people are fighting over something, it's kind of why are we fighting? You know what I mean? Not that people don't fight over electronics. I just feel it's kind of died down, or it's not as big of a story anymore. It's just kind of yeah, they were fighting over an electronic. They'll get over it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that worth it to fight. So it just doesn't matter. And also, it just gets overcrowded. So it gets overcrowded. People are pushing each other. People will stampede you. They'll just run on top of you to get inside the store. And it's not any one person's fault. It's all of them as a collective, and the people in the back pushing their way to the front. So it's like it's impossible to like make that space without you getting trampled yourself. So it's kind of like, you know, you got to watch out, be careful where you step. But overcrowded, it does get bad, you know, especially if it's like really direct. That's why it has to be so much more organized. It has to be a lot more. It has to be cleaner. It has to be safe. That's the number one rule. And then also, they will sell out. So you go there for Black Friday shopping, whatever, and everybody's there to get the same deals that you're trying to get. That's why they overstock. That's why these stores that sell this stuff, they overstock, or they give a lot. They have a lot more in their inventory than they usually have, because they know a lot of people are going to take advantage of their sweet deals. So every now and then it'll come to a point where they run out. They sell all of it, and you're just like, oh darn, we were too late, or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say is that like they sell these things out, and now you're just like, well, the one thing I want to get I can't get, and then everything else is kind of like a waste of, not a waste of money, but it's like, it's just, you know, it's not what I wanted. So then it becomes this whole thing. Then it becomes a fight, and then it's overcrowded. Everybody's yelling and screaming at each other. And people also, during the Black Friday sale, people will die. People have died in the past. People have passed away because of injuries, because they do get trampled on, because fights do break out, because things get a little heated. And then when those things happen, you don't know who's going to do whatever it takes to get their, I don't know, their waffle iron or something, their electric toothbrush or whatever is on sale. You know what I mean? Just like, so that's an option in this Black Friday holiday shopping. That's a legit option in all this. So it's why it's like, it does get bad, but I don't know what the exact statistic of it is, like how likely you are to die in that. But overall, just keep a level head, stay safe, and just kind of like make sure you know what's happening. Keep aware of your surroundings is all that matters. But other than that, I mean, people will do this for electronics. That's what it's all about. It's all about the expensive electronic stuff that they're selling at low prices. Now, when they sell them at these low prices, I don't know how much profit they're really getting, because there's no sale. I mean, it is a sale, but it's just like, so if I have, let's say I make a lemonade, right? And then I hike the price, and it costs me like, let's say it costs me $2 to make the lemonade, right? So I get the lemon, I get the sugar, whatever, right? So I make the lemonade, and then I hike up the prices to, like, say, you know what? I sell the lemonade for like $20, right? Now then I come around and I say, you know what? For this holiday season, we're cutting that in half to $10, okay? And then you're like, wow, that's a big decrease in price. You know, I want that, but you don't know how much it costs to actually make the thing. So it's actually $2. So a reasonable, or like a cheap, good price that still earns a profit would be $3, because you get a $1 back, essentially, right? And then you can, however many more lemonades you sell, you know, whatever. All I'm trying to say is, these are the prices that they allow to sell the things. You know, this is very basic. This is very easy stuff. But I'm just trying to get across that, like, when they give this stuff to us, or when this stuff happens, we take a big jump at it, because we know that the chances of them doing this again are very low. Or like, if they do put it on sale, it's not going to be at these low prices that they're allowing it to be sold off, and as abundant. You know what I mean? They're not going to do a mass selling of these at this one time, because this is the one time of the year where they know they can get your money. They know that this is like a free day that you have, or a free moment, and you can go to the store and you can get the stuff, right? Which is not necessarily true anymore. I mean, it used to be that, but I feel like now it's more of like on Fridays, it's just like another, once Thanksgiving happens, it's like, well, Friday, come right back to work. I don't know if it's like that free day that we assume that it should be, or it is, but, it is what it is. But anyways, you got your, so what are you really fighting for? What are you going in there to get? Well, number one are TVs. I feel like TVs are the number one thing. I mean, you get a nice like 60-inch TV. I mean, way to go. I mean, you really did it. You really went for Black Friday shopping if you went for like a big TV, a big flat screen TV. Like you did it right. They do, I think they do speakers. I mean, anything electronic, you name it, speakers, headphones. They do, I'm pretty sure they do like laptops, probably some desktops or monitors or whatnot. You know what I mean? What about those, those computers that they use for streaming? You know what I'm talking about? Like all of that stuff probably is on sale as well. So if you're trying to get into the streaming realm, or if you're trying to like break out and be one of those top tier streamers and play video games for a living, like now is the time to like spend your hard earned cash doing whatever else that you do. Or if you already are a streamer and you need some new stuff, or you want to like get rid of some of the old stuff and get some of the new stuff, that's also a perfect way to do it. Perfect time right now is to get that stuff for cheap. I don't know what else. Phones, iPads, tablets, all that kind of stuff. Like I'm pretty sure they reduced the price on that, but for Apple, I'm pretty sure you have to not, what's it called? Don't you have to like sign up for when to go? And I would assume that today would be a pretty busy day to go, because everybody wants like low prices on stuff, on like some things. So I don't know. But yeah, I would just think that this would be the time. But anyways, enough about that. All right. I think Black Friday as it is has been pretty stale. I mean, not stale in the literal sense. I mean, it's still exciting because they lower the prices, but it's more so like after the pandemic. Well, when 2020 hit, right, it wasn't like anybody was rushing to the stores anymore. Everybody was staying inside, so they had to switch it up, right? So that's why online shopping, that's why all of that really exploded during that time. Everything online, everything digital. You can't go to the store, and that's why, I don't know, I feel like ever since then, it's kind of declined a lot. It's not what it used to be anymore. It's not as a huge thing. So there has to be a new way to like switch it up to get everybody back in the stores, get everybody spending more money. So, one of the things that I saw online was there's like, let's make other stuff. Like, why does it only have to be the electronics? Why does it only have to be like the expensive stuff that when they lower the prices, right? Why can't it be, simple everyday stuff? Like, what were they talking about? I think they said something like, I want to fight over you for Tupperware. You know what I mean? I want to fight over you for like about like a nice plate set. You know what I mean? I want to fight over you for like that kitchenware, accessories and whatnot. You know what I mean? I don't want to, get into an argument with you over like a phone. Like I have a phone, like it works fine. You know what I mean? When I need a new one, I'll replace it, whatever, but it's like, or I'll wait for the next phone to come out. You know what I mean? But like, what I want is that bowl, or like that cutlery set, the forks, spoons, and knives and stuff. I want that. I'm willing to go to the store and spend my money on that when it's like half off what it's usually worth. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good way to do it. That's one way you can switch it up. I think another way is to, if these companies were really serious about like the sale, it would be really funny if they put out in their marketing, they were just like, hey, listen, we're losing money giving you this deal. All right, we're actually not allowed to give you this deal because the company is losing a lot of money on this. Okay, but we wanted to do something extremely special. We're gonna give it a 70% off. All right, on all electronics at this particular store, right? That's how, we're losing a lot of money doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I want them to be as honest and as upfront about it. Just be like, listen, we're losing money on this, okay? But we wanted to give you a deal. We wanted to show you our product is amazing and that you're going to really want this product. That'll definitely get people back in the stores. People will be like, listen, they're losing money on this. You know what I mean? So I want them, I'll spend my money on them, but I'm also like, they're losing money on this. So it's like you're paying them, but they're also like the cost it takes to like ship it and make them and then like distribute it to all the other stores. It's like, that's kind of what you want to hear, right? Is like, this company isn't profiting off of us. They're giving us like the best deal possible so that we can buy their product. Like I think that's the cool way a new way to do it, which will probably never happen. They don't want to lose money, but like that's a way to switch it up. You know what I mean? Just honesty and just like we're losing money on this, so you better appreciate it. Take advantage of this deal right now. And then you know what? You have to make it organized. You can't. You know what I mean? Like, I would really appreciate it if they just like, they have like in Walmart or Target, like they have like those big clothing sections, right? I feel like, you know what? Nobody's really going to purchase clothes. Or if they do, like maybe they can just go rummage through them, like whatever, right? But I would just say get all of the electronics from the electronic area up to the front, obviously within like a good amount of distance. So that way it doesn't get overcrowded at the front and people don't get stuck. But so that way it really attracts them at the beginning. And then that way they go like, that's what I wanted. They know that's what I wanted. They put that right there for me and everybody else to go in front and go get it. And just, it's not like a hunt to get what you want, right? It's not like a search for it. It's like they know it's right there. It's right there by the registers. All I have to do is go get that. And then I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Efficiency, organization, it really pushes it all along, And I think they've tried it numerous times. It's just like the amount of people that come in is too much. It's too great. So what does any of this mean? What does any of this matter? Is Black Friday still as big of a draw as it used to be? Does it bring people in like it used to? And the honest answer is probably not, no. Because they do sales all year round. They do sales for everything. And whether we like it or not, it's still expensive stuff. It's still spending money. It's not cheap anymore. It's not good anymore. But like, we're willing to justify it because it's nice things. It's cool things. It's expensive things that they're dropping down at a discount. So that's the draw. But it's not like any of us are falling for it anymore. It's not like any of us aren't appreciative over the things that we have. Sometimes we're into it, sometimes we're not. Like this year, I wouldn't really be like, oh, I'm all about like getting my new electronics, you know what I mean? But maybe in like 2-3 years, maybe I'll be like, all right, maybe it's time for some new stuff. Maybe it's time to like try something out. So I think it comes and goes. It's like in waves, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, okay, this year I think we deserve I think I deserve some new headphones, or maybe I think I deserve maybe I should get Christmas gifts, you know what I mean? Maybe I can get that new TV I want, or I can get this projector, or I can do this, or I can do that, right? Like that's what it's for. When I think I'm guessing here, probably when Black Friday first came out, when that first initial sale hit, it was probably like, oh snap, we got these people, like we have a free day where they have that week off or whatever, that day off, because they want them to spend time with their families and friends and whatnot. We can get them into the stores and they can buy all these great things and we can make profit doing it. And they're just like, you're brilliant, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And it worked in the beginning, but ever since 2020, I just feel like it's gone down a bit. because everything's online now. You know what I mean? You can't get game consoles in stores anymore. Or I mean, like certain ones you can, certain ones you can't. But like for the most part, they want to avoid, I guess, thieves. There are thieves, people who will go in there and just steal stuff. You know what I mean? But they could steal any day of the year. You know, why steal on the day where it's like lowered? I guess because it's like they have so much of it, they can steal however much that they need, and there'll still be some left over for other people. That's a smart way to do it, I guess. But I don't know, I don't get it. But overall, online shopping is dominating. So I guess Cyber Monday is the way to do it, or whatever that thing is. Whatever it is that they do to bring you in. But online shopping is the way to do it now. That's the number one thing to get whatever you want. Because Amazon is killing it. All of these online clothing stores, all of these online, video game consoles, all of these, everything's online now. Everything's online. And that way, you don't have to go to the store. You already know what you want. They have it in stock. They don't have it in stock. It's not like a hassle. It's not a fight for it anymore. It's just they have it? Great. I'm going to get it. And it's at a discount. And they're going to bring it to my house. Like, that's the dream. That's like what you want. But it's also like, the thing about Black Friday is, so I was talking earlier about like you're fighting for it, or they sell out. They sell out of the thing. They sold out of whatever you were trying to get. If you wanted that new, LG TV, whatever, if you wanted that, and they sold out, everybody already got them. Is it the worst thing in the world that you didn't get it? That you didn't get that deal? Is it the worst thing? I don't think so. I mean, obviously, if you have in your mind that, you know what, I would like this, I want to get this, then, it is a bit of a bummer, but is it the end of the world? Is it that big of a deal? I don't think so. Just, you'll get it eventually, is all I'm trying to say. It's like, it's not do or die right here in this moment. Obviously, if you really wanted it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's nothing to worry about all that much. So all I wanted to say is when you're Black Friday shopping, don't take it too seriously. But I do think it's nice when you go after what you want. And that's what this whole thing is about. You know what I mean? It's discounted, it's at a low price, and they're giving you an opportunity here. They're giving you a chance to get what you want. So go after it, go get it if that's what you want to do. If you're like me and every so often you're like, you know what, maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's cool too. And obviously, it goes without saying, online shopping is without a doubt the way to do it. You don't want to wait till the last minute. So this is the time, this is the place, this is when you want to get it going. You know what I mean? So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys got that new TV or whatever it is that you're going to go get. And thank you guys so much for listening. I'll talk to you guys all next time. Thank you.